Welcome back to the Marketing Madmen. We're finishing up our conversation with Julie Stewart, owner of Utopia Foot and Shoulder Massage Spa in Grand Park. By the way, one of my favorite parts of town. I genuinely enjoy it down there. I think whenever people come to Atlanta, it's very hard for them to understand the neighborhoodiness of Atlanta, because they're like, everyone, big city is like, oh, it's downtown. And here it's like, oh, no, it doesn't work that way. There are pockets, and these pockets don't connect yet, but they're trying to get them to connect, and one day they'll connect. So I very much enjoy Grand Park. So we've done a good job of setting up, one, where this story started, two, all the adversity you've overcome. And for a recap, business burned down by spontaneous combustion, tried to open a business during COVID. This was all well survived. We're going through breast cancer and chemo. Kids had COVID. Back there, pain of the town. Insurance agents were terrible. I think we're summing it up pretty well. But now, all of a sudden, we're in a position where the business is rocking and rolling. And I think, would the business be rocking and rolling the way it was if you not overcome all that adversity? Who knows? But it's probably led you to make some smarter business decisions and run a more optimal business. So let's finish quickly with just some of the other things you're doing marketing now and some of the other trends you're seeing. And then I want to talk about where the future goes, because, again, that's always the next fun step, is talk about what happens next.
Okay, so yes, we definitely, I said I would be back. I would be bigger and better, and we are. We've seen a lot of growth. People were showing up immediately. We opened in August. It's now March. Each month continues to grow, and we have now had, in February, 856 appointments. How about that?
Wow.
And it's continued to grow. I have a goal of 1,000 per month. Some things that I'm going to be doing is promoting corporate wellness. And
smart.
We are going to start going into corporations when they're doing their wellness events. It will look like something more of like your airport type massage, where you have, you're bringing in the chairs that you sit in so you can get quick back massages, head massages, arm massages, and also working with events. I'm working with a hotel downtown they're going to have a wellness room, and they'll have us come in on a regular basis. So I'm in the process of getting all of this built up and set up so that I can take Utopia outside of Utopia and be a little bit more mobile. Part of that plan, and this is a good thing for the marketing side of it, is I always challenge myself each month to figure out how to target a new segment of people who could potentially be my customer. So over the month of March, I am getting into apartment complexes. We have so many right around the spa. I can get in there. I can do, a 10-minute neck massage, tell them about my business, and they're going to come to me once you get them comfortable with you. So I definitely challenge everybody to figure out each month, what is one type of industry or one connection that I can get into? And I've done this before with schools, because schools have moms there. So I will offer a discount over a month on certain days, because once I get you there, I can keep you there. Yeah,
I have to imagine like sports fields where their kids are playing. Like, those are all parents that are probably want to be involved in their kids' lives, which means they're exhausted and they don't have time to sleep or wellness. I do have a tip for you. I think this might be a good idea when you talk about corporate wellness. Again, the connection between mental and physical health is just growing. When you go to do your corporate speaking gigs, you should also do some public speaking about the journey and the adversity you've overcome, because if you can talk about that story and hone that story and get it really good, that is a lot of value. And then you can do it. Now let me talk about the body side and go into massages for people. And that is what companies want. They want that 2-in-1. They want that turnkey solution. And again, really, secretly what they want is for their people to be like, oh, damn, my life's not that bad. I haven't really have to deal with any of that stuff. Right. So I bet you there's some value in there. Take a look into doing some speaking about what you've overcome, because that is contagious, and that's what companies want, and big companies want that. So I would look into that. So now let's go to the future. So where are we going as a business? Are we opening more locations? Obviously, we're going to have satellite branches everywhere. Well, you could have teams going out on the road. What does the future look like, and what do you expect from the next 10 years?
My expectation is to scale, for sure. I would like to open another location. I have plans to start making it happen this year. Okay. Of course, I get a little nervous, but I have to tell myself, I believe in it. You can do it. You've pushed through before. Why can't you do it again? So that is the next step. If I had my ultimate dream, it would move into a franchise model.
Okay. So where are you looking for your next location? Ideas. Where in your dream location? Where would you be?
Sandy Springs, Brookhaven area.
Yeah, Sandy Springs, Brookhaven, Dunwoody, in that area. Much closer to me, which is why I was asking, which is very nice to hear. ironically, I have heard, and if you look, somehow the pace of price increases is hitting those areas worse than it is downtown, which is unbelievable to me. If you look, things are more expensive in that quarter than they are even in some parts of downtown, which is crazy. But again, there's a certain audience there that is different than the one you're going after. Kind of old money, new money, different age groups, lots of soccer moms up there, lots of self-care. So I think that's great. And then the franchise model. So franchise always scares me because I always think you lose control of the core business because you were relying on other people, and most of the times you're dealing with salespeople, and everyone loves to sell you on their vision. That doesn't mean they know how to execute their vision. So what worries you about franchise, and why do you think that might be the right angle?
Exactly what you just said, because I believe each location has to have my energy in it, and I've put everything into having my energy with the customer service, the warm feel. I have, people know they'll go around my front desk people to reach out to me to solve a problem. So that is definitely a concern. However, I just have this dream and this vision that this is just what has to happen. To get there, it'll take me, my nerves will have to, I'll have to get through there and hopefully get there soon.
Yeah, and again, I've just seen so many models where the companies always start with good intentions, then you get one bad franchise owner or two, or their books are not right, and that location closes and it looks poorly on it. So it is a very hard thing. But at the same time, if you have developed strong enough of a brand, the brand usually prevails over all. So, that's a marketing thing, right? Is how do I make this brand strong enough that the demand is there and that the quality controls are there to allow other people to do it, which is no easy task. So what else you got going on? Talk about some promotions and stuff you have coming up in the next couple of months that people can look out for.
I would like to add another thing I just thought of as far as the marketing side. When you have a small business or a local business, and this is something I'm working on right now, is to make sure you have a playbook in hand. And that can kind of, coincide with a franchise later, but the playbook needs to lay out for your entire team, your staff, employees, everyone there, who's the owner, what's their role, everybody's role, exactly what they do, what your mission statement is, how you're going to get to your mission statement, and then how you solve problems. And then go into all the details of these are the guidelines and questions or common questions that you get, and this is how you answer them. This is our model and how we do it. So that is definitely.
And this is a model for success. We have already achieved these things. So listen, dummy, because I'm telling you how this is your golden book. And I also think one of the things that businesses do a poor job of is they think short term. So short term, midterm, long term. Hey, here's the different ways, because you can't always solve a problem thinking of the short term because it might hurt you in the long run. So I think that's a good thing. So we got 1 minute left. Why don't you close us out? Tell everyone where to find you. Give that last pitch for the business, and hopefully you get some new customers.
Yes, absolutely. You can visit us online at utopiaatlanta.com, and we are open 7 days a week, 11 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And we have specials on Mondays and Wednesdays where you can bring a friend, and it's an incredible deal. And once you come, I promise you, you will come back.
Yeah, and that's awesome. So where's the location? Give us the address, give us the square footage and the whole rundown. It
is at 465 Boulevard, which is just off of 20 near Grant Park. And
you got plenty of room for people. You said you're trying to get to 1,000 reservations. That's pretty crazy. So you got room. So, well, thank you very much, Julie. This has been a great conversation. Again, we're with Julie Stewart, the owner of Utopia Foot and Shoulder Massage Spa in Grant Park. And you have been listening to the Marketing Madmen on Extra 106.3.